Whiteout, the winter of 1997. A real, scary, true story. The road to nowhere. In December 1997, 4 college friends, Maya, Eric, Lena, and Josh, set off on a winter road trip from Denver to a remote cabin in Montana. It was supposed to be a cozy retreat. Fireplaces, hot chocolate, and old VHS horror movies in the middle of nowhere. But nature had other plans. Halfway through Wyoming, the weather turned brutal. Snow hammered down like ash from a dead sky, and the wind screamed like something alive. As Eric drove, his hands tightening on the steering wheel, their SUV swerved. This storm wasn't on the forecast, Lena whispered, peering at her phone. No signal, no map, just endless white. Josh laughed nervously. We're fine, we'll make it. They wouldn't. The stranger in the snow. As visibility dropped to near zero, they saw it, a figure in the snow, waving both arms. Dressed in tattered black winter gear, his face was wrapped with cloth, only his eyes showing, piercing, wild, desperate. Eric slowed down. Should we help him? Before anyone could decide, the man was already opening the back door and climbing in. Cabin, he rasped. Up the hill, before dark, or it'll find you. It? Maya asked, heart pounding. The man didn't answer. Instead, he pointed through the windshield. Drive. The cabin. After a tense drive up a narrow mountain road, they arrived at the cabin, small, ancient, and surrounded by deep woods. It looked abandoned, but the man insisted they stay inside. Don't go out after nightfall, he said, and whatever happens, don't answer the knocking. What are you talking about? Josh asked. Who are you? I was like you, got caught in a storm. That was 20 years ago. I've been here ever since. They laughed it off. They figured he was delusional, maybe even dangerous. But as the wind howled louder and the sun dipped below the horizon, something started knocking on the windows. Not pounding, knocking, deliberate, rhythmic, like it knew they were inside. Vanished by midnight. Josh was gone. They found the front door open, snow pouring in, and his footprints leading out. But they stopped only 20 feet from the porch. No return prints. No sign of him in the endless white. Lena sobbed. He wouldn't just leave. The stranger stared at the door. It knocked. He answered. Maya checked every room, even the crawl space. But the more they searched, the more the cabin seemed to shift. Rooms were longer than before, windows showing things they hadn't noticed. Something was deeply wrong. Then Lena disappeared. One moment she was in the kitchen making tea. The next, silence. They found the mug shattered on the floor, the tea still steaming. It once in only. Maya and Eric remained. The stranger said nothing, only paced near the fireplace, muttering, "Don't look at its face. Don't let it in. Don't speak its name." "What name?" Eric asked. The stranger just shook his head. "The storm brings it. The hunger. It waits in the white." Suddenly, every window in the cabin cracked, spiderweb fractures appearing all at once. The wind outside screamed a name none of them could pronounce, a sound that felt like teeth scraping glass. Knock, knock, knock. "Don't open the door," the stranger hissed. But the door began to open by itself, the face in the snow. Eric slammed the door shut and bolted it, but too late. They had seen it. A face in the window, not human. Too many eyes, skin like snowmelt and ash, and its smile, wide, too wide. Maya turned to the stranger. "What is that thing?" "It's not from here," he whispered. "It uses storms. It's part of them. It mimics lost people, lures you into the cold, then it wears your skin like a coat." As the wind rose again, a voice called out, Josh's voice. "Maya, let me in. It's freezing out here. Please." She knew it wasn't him, but something inside her, a warmth, a trust, almost believed it. Eric held her back. "That's not Josh." But the knocking grew louder, the voice sweeter. "It's me, Maya. Don't you remember prom night?" "One must stay." The stranger confessed a terrible truth. "One of us has to stay. That's the price. Someone always has to stay to keep the storm fed. That's how it works. It lets the others go." Maya felt sick. "You've stayed for 20 years. He nodded. "Now it's your turn. One of you." The storm screamed, windows blew inward, and the cold rushed in like a wave. The face was in the room now, laughing, reaching. Eric grabbed Maya. "Run." The stranger stayed behind, stepping into the creature's path with open arms. "I accept." The wind swallowed him. The storm stopped. Sunlight returned. Survivors Maya and Eric were found 3 days later by rescue teams, wandering down a mountain road. The authorities chalked it up to exposure, trauma, and hallucinations. Josh and Lena were never found. Years later, Maya sometimes dreams of that storm, of the knocking, and of the stranger's face frozen in the snow, smiling at her, whispering, "You owe me now," because deep down, she knows the truth. The storm is patient. It will come again, and one day, it'll knock for her. The return of the storm. 5 years later. 2002. Maya never returned to the mountains. After surviving that nightmare, she changed cities, changed careers, and cut ties with anyone connected to that cabin, including Eric. It was too painful to remember, too risky to talk about. People would think she was crazy. But the dreams never stopped. Every winter as the snow returned, so did the knocking, echoing in her mind. Every December she'd see footprints appear outside her apartment window, just one set. No return tracks, always ending just beneath the glass. And always the whisper, "Time's up, Maya." The blizzard warning. In December 2002, a historic blizzard swept through Colorado. People were warned to stay inside. Roads were closed. But Maya got a call that changed everything. It was from Eric. "I think it's back," he said. "I've been seeing it too. The dreams, the face. I'm scared, Maya. We didn't pay the full price. I think it's coming for us now." Maya hesitated. Her therapist told her it was PTSD, delusions. But deep down, she knew the truth. That cabin wasn't done with them yet. The return trip against her better judgment, Maya agreed to meet Eric. He had found the old location again on a topographical map. The cabin still stood. But here's the terrifying part. It wasn't listed in any forest records. No property owner, no history, as if it only existed during snowstorms. They drove back up the same road, now half buried under years of snow. Their SUV struggled uphill, but finally they saw it again. The cabin, unchanged, waiting, and there, in front of it, a figure in black winter clothes, not moving, not waving this time. The cabin speaks inside. The cabin was exactly how they left it. Even the broken window still had a jagged edge of glass. But something was different now. There were scratch marks on the inside of the door, and a name carved into the wood over the fireplace. Maya. "Someone's been here," she whispered. Suddenly Eric found something in the bedroom. A worn VHS tape, labeled Promise, 1997. He put it into the old VCR. The screen flickered. The footage showed themselves, 5 years ago, asleep on the cabin floor. Then it cut, and showed Josh standing outside in the snow, talking to something. But the camera wasn't held by any of them. The storm awakens. A blizzard began again, without warning. The windows iced over instantly. They were trapped. The fireplace lit itself. The door locked on its own, and from the shadows, the stranger stepped out. Only, he wasn't human anymore. His eyes were black pits, his face half frozen. "You broke the pact," he growled. "I stayed, but now the storm wants both of you. No more trades, no more mercy." Eric backed away. "We paid, we left you." The stranger smiled. "Exactly. Eric is taken." Suddenly, the knocking returned, not from the door this time, but from the inside walls, like something crawling behind them, inside the structure. Eric ran for the back door, but the walls bent and shifted, the wood pulsing like muscle. Before Maya could move, Eric was dragged into the wall. No scream, just a gasp, then silence. His boots remained, full of snow. Maya's choice. Now alone again, Maya faced the truth. This cabin wasn't a place, it was a being, a trap set in the snow, a collector of souls who answer the knock. She heard the voice again, this time in her head. One must stay, so others can leave. But this time, she refused. No more. Maya pulled out the only thing she brought besides clothes. A flare gun. She shot it at the fireplace. The walls shrieked. The windows shattered. Snow poured in, and the cabin began to burn, but with black fire, not orange. The snow never melts. She doesn't remember how she escaped. Maya was found 3 days later, wandering barefoot on a snow-covered road. Doctors said she had severe frostbite, but no signs of mental distress. No one believed her. No one found a cabin. No fire damage. No structure on any map. But Maya knows the truth. Now every winter she lives in the city, under bright lights. And still, every year on December 15th, someone knocks 3 times, then whispers, "You burned the house, but the snow never melts."